Good evening and welcome to the Channel's studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. 6 people, including 2 police officers, have been fatally shot after a suspected ambush at a remote Australian property. Police said they had been searching for a missing person in Wyambilla, 270 kilometres west of Brisbane, when they were fired upon. After a lengthy siege, 3 suspects were fatally shot by police. Authorities say a motive remains unclear. 4 police officers initially went to the property after a request from New South Wales Police. 2 were shot dead as they approached the property. Another officer suffered a bullet graze and the 4th escaped without physical injury.
To lose 2 officers in one incident is absolutely devastating. This event is the largest loss of police life we have suffered in a single incident in many years. Despite police efforts, the matter was unable to be resolved peacefully, and all 3 offenders were fatally shot by specialist officers. An ethical standards investigation is underway into the police response with oversight from the CCC. In total, 6 people have lost their lives.
Greek MEP Eva Kaili has denied involvement in an alleged bribery scandal involving World Cup host Qatar at the European Parliament. She is one of 4 suspects charged. MEPs have voted by 625 to 1 to strip Ms Kaili of her role as one of its 14 vice presidents. Belgian police released a photo showing piles of notes. Reports said it added up to €1.5 million. Parliament leader Roberta Metsola has spoken of difficult days for European democracy. Qatar has denied any wrongdoing.
Whether it is tightening of our rules, whether it is inquiring further, whether it is looking at the influence of certain third countries, we will not stop and leave no stone unturned. Our internal investigation will look at what has happened and how our systems can be made more watertight. Our house is on the side of the law.
The Bahamas Attorney General has said Sam Bankman-Fried, founder of the collapsed cryptocurrency exchange FTX, has been arrested. He is scheduled to appear in a court in the Caribbean country's capital, Nassau. Police said Mr. Bankman-Fried was arrested for financial offences against laws in the US and the Bahamas. Last month, FTX filed for bankruptcy in the US, leaving many users unable to withdraw their funds. According to a court filing, FTX owed its 50 largest creditors almost $3.1 billion. More than 200,000 Somalis are suffering catastrophic food shortages and many are dying of hunger, with that number set to rise to over 700,000 next year. That's according to analysis by an alliance of UN agencies and aid groups. The Integrated Food Security Phase classification, which sets the global standard for determining the severity of food crises, said its most acute level had been temporarily averted, but things were getting worse. Somalia's last famine in 2011 killed 250,000 people, half of them before famine was officially declared. Drone footage shows a long queue of migrants near El Paso along the US-Mexico border. About 1,500 people crossed the Rio Grande overnight from Mexico into El Paso. The US border has seen a sharp rise in migrants crossing in recent months. Authorities in the US are preparing for a further rise in migrants as COVID-era laws expire. Future generations of New Zealanders will be banned from purchasing tobacco as part of a package of new anti-smoking laws passed through Parliament, which are among the strictest in the world. The suite of new laws include bans on selling tobacco to anyone born on or after January 1st, 2009. The legislation will also reduce the amount of nicotine allowed in smoked tobacco products. ACT New Zealand, which holds 10 out of 120 seats in Parliament, condemned the law, saying it would kill off small shops and force people onto the black market. And BTS members have posted a goodbye message for their oldest member, Jin, who left for mandatory military service. Their official Twitter account shared a message saying, "Goodbye, big bro, we love you," along with photographs of their last gathering. Jin, who turned 30 on December 4th, had postponed the start of his service for the maximum possible time. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the Channel studios in Lagos.